okay, so.
That
Is that, that is Amara. Okay,
That's Amara.
No
Yeah.
Amara Monkey.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Hold that thought. Poison touch is there. Ori with the hook. It's going to be sidestepped though, but the whirling axe is coming. Fissure blocking a little bit, but the toss back up. Looks to be first blood for Aster. Only question is who gets it. It's actually Siamese Cat with the poison touch.
That's a flesh heap, though.
That is a fleshy. That is true. What are your thoughts on the hero right now?
I think the hero in general is actually very hard to run because it's a he pretty much doesn't have an ultimate, because when you press that ultimate, you lose all control of your hero.
Yuragi not getting healed enough from Taiga, so that's going to lead to a kill for
in the
Aster.
small camp. And you can see both of their elastics are extremely high.
XXS getting jumped on by Yuragi. Nice blocks from Taiga as well. The Jingu procs, and Yuragi wanted to get the kill, but just not in range, so Taiga will clean it up instead.
Yeah, he's, you know, he's not doing that well up here. It's kind of all defensive shields rather than aggressive ones.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of CS, 19-2 versus the 17-9 of the Enigma on the other side. So if you look at it that way, about even. He's going to get turned on though, but the Aphotic Shield taking off the poison touch. Seb is here as well, but the right clicks are just too much. As Siamese Cat really racking up the kills on this Dazzle.
Yeah, this early very good, and I think Nisha also plays a very good pudge. I think what the mid player. Oh, hold on to that.
Initiation onto Monet in that top lane. The counter is that poison touch from Siamese Cat, and again, we've seen it all tournament long. Is the sidestep here from Baboka, the toss back with the Ava, and Monet gets hand delivered a tasty treat.
When they added the water runes, like seeing Puck take 2 runes, whereas other mid laners can't.
XXS, he's initiated on and brought down even before a TP can finish. As Baboka trying to get some counter action here. Avatos into the Dismember. Centaur's coming, but no stomp to come. Illusory Orb, though, keeps BZM alive just barely. Taiga, in the meantime, limping away as well.
Especially with this 3-1-1 build Seb's kind of popularized because of the Aftershock buff.
Yeah, that's the blink reveal on said Earthshaker, and he's dead.
Yeah, and it's really hard for OG to kind of team fight into Aster. They have this Rave Pack timing.
Oh, Wukong's command and a blink out from Ori. Tons of Eidolons. Hook connects onto Amar into the Dismember, but the borrow time procs. So Aster just resetting, knowing that that is on cooldown.
He's got blink
and
on the
XXS, yeah, we have the blink on Ori. And XXS, okay, he's got his black hole. Coil only onto 1, and it's the fattest hero in the game. So Ori's gonna be just fine. Avalanche sets up the hook again. Taiga healing up though with those Nature's Attendants. As Yuragi gets bounced back, and he's gonna get black hole. It's a solo black hole. Seb gets off the Echo Slam, but the Grave saving Ori. Dismember to give him a little extra HP, and Monkey King is dead. Ori trying to block the Fissure. He will live though. Fissure kind of blocks off the pathway for Aster though. As the Illusory Orb will find one for BZM. Ends up being a 1-for-1, but again, Aster very fine with this exchange. Still working on that Aghanim Scepter now that the Holy Locket is finished. Of course, that one, if I'm not mistaken, is when you take damage during borrowed time, it just heals your teammates, right?
Is when your ally takes damage, it auto sends them in this coil.
AoE, so you just stay outside. As Seb is dead, not even able to get off another Fissure there. So Ori, another Flesh Heap stack. Siamese Cat forced to, he's gonna get stunned by the Boundless Strike, so OG do find a pick off and end up kind of getting a trade across the map.
Smoke you talked about, Baboka gets the Blink Dagger. He's looking mid, they're baiting XXS here.
And BZM out of mana as Baboka gets off the Avalanche toss, Dismember to follow. No time for Nature's Attendants this time.
Might be Roshan, they have Lads. They can do it if they want to force it.
Yeah, they have the numbers, 5v4. Monet on the Troll Warlord.
Seb though, look at Seb, he's got the Blink Dagger. He's been hiding it.
Oh wow, he's gonna get hooked though. And Seb in a lot of trouble, gets off the Fissure. Rot continuing to do that damage over time, and here comes Yuragi. Faking his ult, gets a Boundless Strike, and now the focus is on the Ori. Of course, the Grave is available if they want to use it. Wukong's command is there as well. Able to get out of it, though, as the coil connects onto 2. Now the focus is on Dazzle, as the Grave himself. So Siamese Cat will likely fall here in just a moment, but Seb dies, buys back into the game, has that Echo Slam still available. So with this, Aster will likely have to try to back off. As another missed hook here. As the cleanup crew is from Amar, taking out both Baboka and Siamese Cat. So OG, they lose 1 on Seb, buy back, and win the fight. Hero with the Curse of Avernus stacks. But XXS, he still has his black hole. The Malefice into the hook is there, but the instant fissure from Seb into the Echo Slam, just trying to take out this Enigma, and they do it successfully. Does have buyback. We'll see if he expended as Ori getting great from the high ground thanks to Siamese Cap of the balance strike, keeping him in place. Monet trying to focus on Taiga himself as Ori just taking so much damage from this impetus. Taiga just rips him a new one. And Monet, he is horribly outnumbered here, but not afraid to continue this fight, apparently. The avalanche toss from Baboka, trying to get off the ult. Monet just barely gets off the battle trance, but it's on a borrowed time target. He's going to heal up to a high degree, though. Yuragi gets hooked in the meantime as Ori gets off the Dismember, gets off the balance strike with the Jingle Strike, but it's not enough to stay alive. Double kill for Monet, and Aster somehow have turned this around. Did expend that buyback from Ori, though. And of course, this would technically be a dieback for him to get bought back a little bit early. He's going to go in, but Monet gets the Aegis, and Aster take out Seb in turn. And the triple tips.
The timing was actually there for him. He just got instant dismembered.
Yeah, gonna have a smoke though.
Yeah, Monet, he's got his BKB. He did not have that for the last fight, and that's why he had to hold the ult. Oh, mid lane.
Yeah, the avalanche toss into the black hole. BZM is dead. That is the counter to Puck. Instant stuns from above. Obviously no vision here for Aster, but the avalanche catches Amar. They can toss back. We see a TP coming in from OG, but Monet and company are here in numbers. Borrowed time is activated. Dismember to prevent anything else coming out from Amar. And that's going to be another easy kill for Aster. 5K lead for Aster as they... Aster feeling very comfortable. Black hole not quite up, but Ori with the Aghanim Scepter now for the Pudge. It's BZM. It's invisible right now. Gets off the Waning Rift, and you can see Excess trying to find him, but it is a Puck after all. And Monet able to maintain the Aegis, still with a minute to go, as Ori's going to be spotted by Yuragi, but the focus is onto the Dazzle. The hook trying to save him, but the Echo Slam from Seb takes out the Dazzle in turn, and Monet actually pops the BKB despite still having the Aegis for another 45 seconds. Kind of getting kited right now, but Ori with a big Dismember onto Taiga looks to be his death at the very least. So it's a 1-for-1 support for support, as we have the ultimate from Monet onto Amar, who already popped his borrowed time as well, so he's back to full HP. Aegis another 30 seconds, so they're likely just trying to wait this out. But Baboka getting into the backlines, gets a big avalanche, but he gets hooked by accident, and now Seb taken out by the right clicks of Monet, who has a double kill. So despite Aster not really executing everything to the capabilities that we've seen.
I think OGs just can't really team fight back.
Oh, Avalanche. Oh, silence comes out though, just at the right time into the coil, but again, the barracks are already down. XXS jumps in. No black hole quite yet. Hook missed from Ori. Despite it being a stationary target, it's like watching myself play, but he's still winning the game. Monet, he's gonna drop inside this Wukong's command. 50 seconds of no troll.
Oh, they're gonna keep going.
So OG gets something out of this, but the Boundless Strike misses and the TPs are coming. XXS out. And the only one remaining is Ori, who also gets out. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm just so desperate to find this item. As Ori shows up, and you can see, just walks up, dismembers, and a very ambitious TP from Amar is canceled by 2 different spells, and he's brought to his knees. So still waiting on this axe.
I mean, it's definitely a fight condition for them, because right now they just don't have enough juice, but with this Aghanims will give them a lot of power to bait the Aster team in and take a good fight.
Trying to save Siamese Cat. The Waning Rift comes with a coil onto 2 as Ori getting beat on by Yuragi and Taiga. So they lose their Dazzle, but it's via a trade for Seb. And Monet really ready to fight as the hook connects from Ori. You can see how slow he is. Must have taken that talent at level 10 as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely out of control. Yuragi pops out Wukong's command along with his BKB, but Aster just walk outside. And they're going to attempt to TP out. Monet looks to be fine. So they found the 2 supports.
XXS, he's got no TP.
Yeah, right, he has absolutely nothing, so he's just dead. They get a core out of it at the very least, so 3 for 1. OG find a favorable fight for the first time. Wow.
It's actually pretty good, because there's a lot of channeling spells on both Enigma and Pudge.
Monet already popping the battle trance, and Yuragi just dies.
That's disastrous. Carry v carry, complete solo kill. That is worth popping everything for on Monet.
Siamese, they're going to put down the sentry, so BZM has vision here. Gets off the Waning Rift as well, and he's just dead. TP was canceled there from Aster. OG, I mean, they have good team fight in the pit with the Wukong's command and Echo Slam coil.
Oh, the old double wraparound play.
Yep,
Yeah,
Aster trying to bait this out. Ori Focusing on Amar for now as the BKB's already popped. He's gonna use his ult along with the black hole onto 2 cores from OG, and already Yuragi is dead. Amar already pops that borrowed time, but he is surrounded, and it's only a matter of time before they can chew through him as a double kill for Monet and second Roche for Aster. If you see the percentage on that, it's probably not the greatest this game.
No, it's
Yuragi on the trees can see all this. Monet trying to focus on Amar to start, but you can see Siamese Cat getting bursted with the Dagon. Echo Slam coming out from Seb as Amar pops his ult to try to heal his Seb up to good HP, but it's not going to be enough to save him. Double buyback on each respective side. Ori pops the BKB, dismembering Yuragi though. Yuragi trying to get out the Wukong's command. He does, but then dies a second after. And now Amar to the Whirling Axes. Double kill from Monet. So despite a pretty good initiation from OG, just not able to do much as this fight ends with a triple kill from Monet and BZM, the last member of OG. Racks for Aster, and they could probably just get the mega creeps. Still 24 seconds on the Monkey King, does have buyback though, as BZM looking for the kill here. Does he dismember his teammate? Oh, the Waning Rift comes at the last moment though. So Ori, despite having the shard, not able to really use it. Either way, Monet focusing on objectives. That is gonna be mega creeps going the way of Aster. Somebody has to defend at some point.
Yeah.
You can see the orb. Monet, he's gonna walk in the old-fashioned way. Not able to hit the Whirling Axes, but they spot Yuragi. He's gonna get up the Wukong's command. Enigma's dead right off the bat, so a good start for OG, but the dismember inside the Wukong's command for Yuragi. Ori at half HP, just trying to right-click, but you can see Monet just ripping him a new one. 75 seconds of no Monkey King, and this looks to be the beginning of the end of game number 1 in favor of Aster, as they don't even need the buyback, it seems. The buyback comes out from Amar instead, the Dagon being used to full effect, but the GGs come out, and Aster just dominating in game number 1.
Yeah, they had some pretty decent lanes, but I think their first few moves were extremely good. They knew that essentially if they just go late game, they would win. They have this Enigma with the black hole. They have
the zero down in lane, I feel. And the strength in the zero to me lies in the mid game, that you can always heal and counter engage. And we see a Wraith King.
This was the Beast Coast answer, right?
Inspired by Beast Coast indeed. Yuragi Wraith King.
Yeah, 2 lives.
Into Chrono. It now works, kind of. Unlike before, that would actually stun you before you'd even land. As okay, we can see a Wraithfire Blast connect on the Siamese Cat. He's completely surrounded, and first blood for BZM. That is the mid lane right now. See how aggressive they can be in this top lane, though, because the Snapfire Dawnbreaker is pretty disgusting. We got the cookie to connect into the Scatter Blast as Yuragi getting chased, but XXS was the recipient of that Wraithfire Blast. In fact, the Courier will go the way of Yuragi, but he will fall. So Aster get the more valuable of the two. See the smoke now.
TP bomb
Side of OG as a Chrono is placed by Monet with the kisses on top as Amar's in a lot of trouble, out of mana and out of life as well. A nice kill here from Aster. Although mid lane, Taiga gets jumped, but that's going to force the TP. I mean, Monet, I assume, is just going to be farming away, as yeah, he does queue up his Maelstrom next. And well, as I say that, bottom lane, Yuragi, he has no ultimate queued right now. I'm not sure if he's holding the point. He does put it in finally, but will he live a second time? I don't think so. So maybe a bit of a mistake here from Yuragi. So now that cooldown for 190 seconds of no reincarnation.
Yeah, arguably more important than the death there is the fact that that's on cooldown.
Oh, Monet actually accidentally sidesteps the swashbuckler from Aster. And it is that Snapfire Chrono combo. And Yuragi, Chrono, Mortimer's kisses to follow. And the Dawnbreaker ult just to make sure that they get this position 1. And they do so. And that ult remains on cooldown as mid lane, Ori, it's almost out of mana, but zips away. Not able to take out Taiga, but the hammer from the side as XXS getting a nice Sidewinder kill there. As the swash is there, and attempted TP, Rolling Thunder does go off just in time. So at the very least, OG do get a support kill, but again, 2 deaths on that Wraith King. That hurts. Yeah, as you said, smoke up from 4 members of OG. Ori, oh, he's gonna pop it, but zips away. Taiga's in the area though. Winter's Curse.
No mana.
And BZM with that ult is gonna connect. The Dawnbreaker ult coming in though, and a nice cookie. give Ori that extra space to get away. That does require the services of most of Aster. There's a big Starbreaker coming in, but it's canceled. Is that XXS? Might want to try to re-engage here on the Tigers. The Chrono comes out onto 2 with the Mortimer's Kisses as well. They'll find the support to start. Elder Titan ult not enough to really dissuade them from continuing, as that is a double kill for Monet, and Seb looks to be next on the list for Aster. And Aster, again, just a great start to this game. And can they get more? Ori jumping Amar in the mid lane now. Already at half HP. Do they have a stun? The hammer coming in, and no, not able to get that Starbreaker.
A high risk move, you know the enemy's coming, you run into them, and you're running away with 300 mana.
Yeah, Monet only 200 away from Maelstrom as Yuragi spotted out, but Ori is going to find a pick off onto Seb in the jungle. With that DD dissipating now, probably go back melting. It looks to be uncontested, so a freebie for Aster as the Aegis is taken by Monet. Maybe a little bit surprising it's not on the Storm Sphere, but he's going to zip on Seb, and Ori out of mana thanks to the Diffusal Swashbuckle. And Ori, he's going to get cookied to safety. Monet, not able to get anything off here as Ori looks to be just dead. The BKB pop from Amar, but there's the double man Chronosphere into the Kisses again, and the Dawnbreaker ult as well. That is one dead, but BZM able to get off his shard, and a nice curse comes out from OG, kind of resetting things. In fact, taking out XXS instead. A nice turnaround overall from OG. Now they're going to find Siamese Cat as well, the position 5 Snapfire. So despite losing Amar, OG showing some life in this game number 2.
That was excellently played by OG, but a huge blunder by Monet. He needs to Chronosphere this Razor when he's linking the Storm Spirit. Yeah. Especially when he had regen rim bottled. He was going to be able to have a perfect reset.
The save comes out, and again a huge swashbuckle, no mana at all, and Aegis is down just like that. OG and BZM in particular really getting big value out of this Diffusal Blade.
Ooh, I hope Aster will be able to reset. They're making a lot of
that's a huge zip though. They want to get revenge and they will. So Ori able to pick off BZM finally. I mean, what do you think
if they're alone on the map?
Well, the zip in, and here comes the combination. BZM just evaporates. My goodness. Didn't even need to Chronosphere.
Did they know Taiga was in the tower? Like, surely they did if they're going to commit like that.
Yeah, they have an idea. Hammer not quite hitting. I thought that Razor BKB Aster might find an opening.
Aster did lose their ward, though, so they don't want to continue playing in that area. They want to play somewhere else.
Oh, BZM gets a nice double stomp into the Wraith Fire coming out from Yuragi, and the Blink Dagger to follow, but XXS gets off his BKB. Chrono onto 2, but a nice curse to try to counteract it. It's only half duration, though, as the focus is now onto Amar without that BKB, and Yuragi still with that second life available to him. Dawnbreaker coming in, but XXS, he's going to take that swashbuckle damage. Gets off a nice Starbreaker into the blink, but not able to get out this time. So 2 kills go the way of OG, and now that Roche is up, surely.
Onto the side of Aster.
Yuragi starting this off with the Wraith Fire onto XXS. He gets off the Starbreaker, healing up a decent amount, but Amar is there with the static link. The Hammer trying to buy himself some distance, but he's just getting bursted down with this right click from Amar, and the ult. The Swashbuckle slows him down, and in the base they go. Amar gets the kill, and now they're going to turn this around to potentially the Void, but he gets off the Time Walk in just the last moment. He gets all of his HP back. And he's got the Basher too, right? So
Wyvern's entering the Radiant Vision. He's going to get jumped.
Yep, and here comes the Dawnbreaker ult as well. Mortimer's Kisses just to make sure that they get the support Wyvern. It's a little bit of overkill from Aster. But now that the heart is online for Amar, and I believe I saw a BKB finished. Is that on Ori?
Yep, he's got it in his backpack right now.
Okay. Oh, BZM gets off the Diffusal Blade, but XXS with the Hammer gets a little bit of distance. Gets the cookie as well, but here comes the initiation onto Baboka. Gets off his Hand of God and the mech, but it's not enough to survive. Monet and company just have to sit in their base and wait for OG to try to make a mistake here on the high ground. Not online for another 15 seconds. There's the Aghanim Scepter. Well, that's a lot of damage and the end of the Aegis, but Yuragi and company not going to be too upset about that as it was expiring relatively soon. Monet looking for a potential chrono, but it's up reverse time walking instead. Definitely not going to use it on the Wraith King. Oh, the bash actually connects onto XXS. Kind of stuck in a weird spot here as Monet jumps in looking for a potential Chronosphere target. And it's going to be a wasted BKB just in a defense.
Aster.
Not doing that much damage to this building, but he's continuing to try.
They've got Mortimers now. I think they're going to look to go.
Yep, we have the Electric Vortex. There's the Mortimer's Kisses with the Chronosphere on top. He actually gets Ori not quite in the Chrono. I thought he got stunned there for a moment, but you can see the disarm coming out as Void in a lot of trouble, has to time walk out and not getting any damage out at all. XXS getting static linked with the Amar. A little bit of right-click action as the mid lane of Rax is dead, and a jump in from Yuragi, 2 dead for Aster, as OG looking very good right now. Ori with absolutely no mana, and even the Dawnbreaker comes in and gets bashed right off the bat. Triple kill for Amar, as GG is called. OG tie it up 1-1.
Very nice play from OG, understanding what they had to do in that game. Amar building into the heart and the Heaven's Halberd. This guy was completely unkillable. It felt like Aster had no damage in the Chronosphere.
Catch him on the side lanes if he's playing like that, but they have a really good group up potential on OG to go team fight together with the Jug.
You know, it was the crowd got it right. We had the guy in the panda mask out there. He knew the whole time.
Oh my
I was like, it's
God.
coming, Brewmaster. That was
And spam out the spin for her ass instead.
Yeah, BZM getting pursued by Ori. Gets the heavenly jump up here. BZM. Oh my goodness. Okay. Even after popping the Fairy Fire, Ori just stands there and kills them.
I think
BZM, I mean, despite that death, he is out CSing the Zeus right now. As Taiga bot lane, it's off the snowball. Time dilation is there as well, slowing him along with Amar. They both have to be kind of careful here. Taiga is the one that falls, so Aster 2-0 lead to start the game. Does have a decent lead, as Amar getting a nice static link in the bot lane, but the Wyvern.
Zeus is going to hit 6 right now.
Pursuing from Monet. Yep, Zeus ult is close.
just one more.
Siamese Cat is getting pursued now as well. Monet, though, he has to be a little bit careful. His time walk not quite available. And there's the Thunder God's Wrath from Ori, taking out Amar. And Taiga
gets the bash.
Looks like he'll find a kill for himself, but Monet will get the trade again. Nicely played from Aster. Good communication as well. Waning Rift in the mid lane with the coil expended from BZM leads to a pickoff onto Baboka.
This is huge.
XXS has to be a bit careful. Omni Slash, he doesn't have enough mana, but he does have 2 wand charges. He'll pop it. Still 5 mana away. Instead, he's going to go for the Blade Fury, but that is going to force the Primal Split. Now he's going to get chased a bit. The stun to come out, and Yuragi has to be a bit careful here.
A lot of damage.
Yep. But he has some backup in the form of Seb and company. The entirety of OG seemingly is here to try to keep their carry alive, and they'll do so. Now XXS in his regular Panda form looks to be very dead.
Yeah, that was a really nice play from OG. It's really more about the splits.
Yeah, but he's already working on it. As Amar is going to get off the static link along with his ult as Ori. He's going to get saved for the time being by Siamese Cat. Here comes the first chrono of the game. Thunder God's Wrath is there. Amar is dead. Now the question is, will Taiga be able to reciprocate onto Ori? Orb is coming. Coil is expended, so BZM comes in for the kill on Ori instead. That ends up being a favorable trade for OG despite the death onto Amar. Now the Illusory Orb continues. Baboka, he gets off the spike carapace, but it was phase shifted off. Now Siamese Cat trapped in by Taiga. Nicely done, but the save onto himself. And Taiga maybe a little bit too far this time. Gets off the snowball, but this will be a hard one to get out of. A couple more right clicks will do it, and Monet gets credit for that one. And he is very close to finishing that Mask of Madness. Very popular, but just all of a sudden this tournament, everyone's picking it up. And Seb, you have to hold that thought, because I had to see that Thunderclap come to fruition, but Impale with the mana burn. BZM's out of mana right now. Waning Rift to the high ground. Oh, he's actually going to dodge the Thunderbolt. Very nicely played, but BZM getting pursued again, and Ori still finds the damage anyway. And now Yuragi inside the curse gets off the spin, but to no avail. Aster, 2 huge
the fights. I think Aster is going to be having a very good time.
Oh, Monet, though, he might be in some trouble. Has his time walk, he's going to use it, but here comes the snowball after the fact, but at the same time, they're trying to gank Amar, and Taiga, he's going to get lifted into the air as Amar getting pursued by the Fire Panda. He's doing a lot of damage, so he takes it out pretty swiftly, but he is surrounded now as the bash comes in from Monet, and another kill goes the way of Aster. And Taiga running on the other side of the lane now.
Oh no, BZM
Going to try to go high ground, but the curse comes out. Impale to follow. And XXS and company. Oh, Thunderclap does get dodged by the snowball. It feels like just a matter of time before they bring down this Tusk, although he's creating a little bit of space now.
Yeah.
Decent ice shards.
OG got the mid tower during this. This is a lot of space.
He gets the punch off as well. Taiga does finally fall.
It will come in very clutch if they're able to find the enemy heroes.
Yeah, we got the waning rift, the silence onto the Wyvern, so no curse to come. Taiga and company get a free pick off, but it's going to be at the trade of Taiga himself, as Monet is here to clean things up.
The Juggernaut right now.
Yep, XXS, his smoke is going to break. Looking to use that ultimate. Thunder God's Wrath is there. He's going to get stunned. Omni Slash, but there's the Cold Embrace for the save. Monet, not wanting to use the Chrono, but he's going to have to use it on his teammate and try to focus on the Enchantress, but he can't right-click at all. So the Brewmaster dies before the split, and Monet has to try to time walk to safety. He's getting pursued now by Amar, who's taking heavy damage. Baboka looking for the Impale. He'll get it onto Amar, but he's going to get crushed. Cold Embrace comes, and will be taken out eventually. Obviously there, Amar did die in that engagement, so it is a 2-for-1. Will that be enough without the Chrono and the Wyvern ult? As Taiga into the pit now, Baboka, Vendetta, Spike Carapace is there with the Impale. Amar's already at half HP, and now Monet trying to focus on him, but the BKB comes out from Amar, getting out the static link as well. He's getting really low, has to walk to the other side though. And now Monet, with the time walk, reverses back to try to finish off Taiga instead and save Ori in the process. So they get the support in Taiga and Amar, but Ori gets deleted by BZM seemingly everywhere on this puck. Now Seb is going to take some right-click action from Monet. That's a double kill for XXS. And we'll see if that's enough for Aster going to the pit, but they actually found Yuragi with his Tornado and the Curse to try to counteract the Blade Fury for the time being. Keeps them in place. Another silence coming out from BZM, and this Void has to be careful. Of course, Siamese Cat is there with the Cold Embrace if he needs it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to Omni into the Cold Embrace.
If he can get the jump now as Seb. He's going to get bursted. It's not quite enough for the kill. Blister Blast does come in as Seb is still the one getting focus of all these heroes, and the Primal Split is used to take him out very effectively. Cold Embrace now, but the Chronosphere saving him for now as it's on 3 heroes. Can they get Yuragi inside? He's getting bashed repeatedly. So Aster coming out on top of this fight so far, but the snowball coming in from Taiga. At the very least, they will get Siamese Cat, so no more Cold Embraces to come. Taiga slowed to a crawl, finally will drop. And Amar, time walk in from Monet as BZM still in the pit. He's going to get another Waning Rift off, but he's going to get bashed. He has to be careful. Double bash, in fact. Gets off the phase shift. Not able to time the lightning bolt correctly as BZM to the high ground. Looks like he will finally get away. But again, XXS is not done chasing. Amar, that's who he has in his sights. And Monet and company will get another kill in their name.
This fighting has been for the Roche, but it still has not died. Every hero is going to respawn, and we're going to see another fight just like that.
Yeah, and it's just a fight after fight. Seb, he's going to be the tank here at half HP already. And obviously the right clicks are going to be pretty hard to come by thanks to that untouchable. Gets off his Orchid onto the Brewmaster for now as Monet. He's going to get snowballed on, but Seb is still there. Can they even kill this man? Doesn't look like it. Not even worth it for them as Taiga jumps in with that Walrus Punch, but he actually puts himself on the cliff. He's going to get impaled though, but he's still alive as Baboka. He's going to be punished by that Blade Fury. And he's dead, so a 5v4 situation for OG. Coil now onto 2, it's broken. No Chronosphere to work with still as the Omni Slash onto XXS. No Primal Split to work with, but he still lives through the entire Omni Slash.
Aster did not call his bluff.
You think they're going to call Seb on this one?
Well, we'll see. Nimbus is there. Yeah, wow. All right, well, that's a lot of damage. Monet, he's going to pop the BKB, try to bait them into this Chronosphere. He's going to kill Taiga as a result. BZM looks to be fine, though, so 2 support lead for OG.
Smoke coming from OG. They're looking for a fight.
And we'll see if they find it. Baboka breaking it, but doesn't look like there's a dust. In fact, Ori's found with this coil, but look at the damage done to BZM as a result. Now the save onto Ori to keep him alive for the time being. And the ult comes out from Siamese Cat as well as the puck. Very low on HP. He's going to drop it. It turns into a triple kill from Monet. Huge turnaround from Aster as Yuragi able to get that Omni Slash off. But like you said, there is the Cold Embrace again. Monet pops the BKB, gets a lot of his HP back, and now turning his sights to Yuragi. That is death number 1. The Aegis is down as Amar He's trying to save his teammate, but another Bruise Split comes and another Chrono, actually. Monet just came off cooldown. Gets a nice kill there. And now onto Ryagi they go. And he is completely surrounded here, and he's going to be brought down. So a full team wipe for Aster.
Yeah, they want to get a ward up.
Ryagi, his smoke's going to pop. Baboka in the Vendetta form. Trying to slow them down. Taiga onto the high ground. Early primal split. Monet goes in, but not able to get the Chrono off. As the Nimbus comes in, and BZM might be caught out. He's going to get stunned right off the bat. Another right click will do it. He's going to get off his orb, but he's dead, and a gem drops. Big kill for Aster. Now Enchantress looks to be, they're just going to lift him up and ignore him. Like, God, I'm so sick of this Enchantress. Big mana burn on Uragi, though. And he's going to get chronoed, and he's going to be brought down. 90 seconds of no jug. But again, that's going to align pretty nicely with
they've got good position for it. I mean, they've got a ward down to the high ground, too. Aster looks like they want to fight into it anyway.
BZM, he's going to pop the smoke, but there we see Monet going in to get some nice vision with that Thunder God's Wrath, and this will be a dieback on the Seb if he's bursted down, but Uragi comes in with that Blade Fury Shard combination. Seb is dead. Here's the Chronosphere, but the counter curse is there, and the right click's being applied to Uragi. Will it be enough? He gets off the Omni Slash at the last moment. The snowball coming in as well. Amar using the spider legs to get to the other side, but the static link will not remain. Siamese Cat is dead. Will buy back though. Baboka gets a beautiful impale onto Amar, who drops shortly after. Double buyback now from OG as Uragi on the run, completely retreating here.
He needs the juke.
Trying to get pursued, but you can see BZM trying to create some space. The coil was used. Not sure if they caught anybody, but it's going to turn into a triple kill from Monet.
I see Uragi.
And 2 dead from OG. Lifted up Uragi. Does have his Blade Fury. Will use it, but the bash is there. Monet. Another ult comes out from XXS. Trying to get this stun up onto Amar. Gets off his spider legs there as well. That'll be a dieback for him if they're able to contain him. He's on the cliff. They see him. Thunderbolt is there as well. And he's just right-clicking as a Zeus, and it's gonna be enough. And 4 dead in favor of Aster. BZM, the last remaining member, he's gonna get bashed. Gets off the phase shift though. I doubt they try. But yeah, this fight was, unfortunately, Amar getting stuck on the cliff. So I think that was 2 diebacks, if I'm not mistaken, at least from OG. Actually, Seb was a dieback as well. Yeah. Either way, Aster winning that fight handily.
OG knew how important this Roshan was because now there's Void with this.
See how much they care about that.
Right now, Aster's backline it really needs to be saved.
They want Seb. They're actually going to use the Primal Split, and there's the Void Spirit coming out as well. Seb, he's dead inside the Nimbus. 70 seconds of no Enchantress.
That was a nice
Still,
instance.
Monet, he has his Chrono. He's going to use it on Uragi. Where is he? Where was he to begin this fight? He's getting off the Omni Slash at the last moment, though, to try to stay alive, but it's more of a defensive measure than anything else, as 2 are dead for OG, and Uragi getting chased. But he will get his blink off with the Blade Fury. Amar inside this Nimbus has to BKB in, again, a defensive measure. The Pine Cone will be deleted. But this is going to be a set of racks for Aster. As Uragi, he's coming in from the backside. He's going to get the blink and the Blade Fury, focusing on Ori. He's not going to be able to live through this. Nicely done from OG. Static Link coming out from Amar, gets lifted into the air. Rep BZM. Looks like he'll live. Has to kind of sidestep that Nimbus, though, as the Primal Split used to try to make sure that Aster can get away. Use a Primal Split here. BZM, he gets mana burned and impaled. Do they have the follow-up? They could Chrono if they want, but they will not. BZM, time dilation now applied. That's going to make it a little bit more difficult for him as he's in the trees. TPing out, will be fine.
They're going to smoke with it.
They need to find the backlines of Aster. The story of this game is the Zeus and the Wyvern.
Yeah, but they run into Monet and XXS instead. Seb, he's going to take the Primal Split to himself, it looks like, inside the Nimbus as well. He's going to pop a BKB of his own. Do they have enough to rip through him? It doesn't look like, but the other side of the fight, the deletion of Siamese Cat is huge, but the Chronosphere coming out onto Uragi with the burst damage from the Zeus. Is it enough? Yes, but the buyback comes out from Uragi now. And Seb, they're still trying to go on top of him, but the instant sheep from Amar, can they turn this around onto the Faceless Void? Monet gets the time walk off, and he's very healthy indeed. And Taiga actually positions himself poorly because of the snowball, but there, the buyback from Uragi coming to fruition now as the Blade Fury just ripping through this void. Buyback though, 2 of them from Aster. And it's another 5v4 in favor of OG, but they lose the puck and he buys back now. And Amar Gets off another sheep, this time onto Ori. Finally pops that BKB, but another primal split comes out as Amar attempting to TP out. The bash, not there. So OG staying alive here, but the Impale coming out onto Taiga in the river. Don't think they can save him, so now it's a 4v4. Surely there's no buybacks available. I guess there's one on the Ench and Brew for now, as the next Roche is up, but Seb inside this Nimbus is going to get spin help from Yuragi. But it looks like Seb will eventually fall. Finally, double kill from Monet. Took them that long. He was initiated on in this fight, and now he buys back.
Because he is the only one buyback. He needs to be the one baiting.
And Nimbus to try to scout this out. That's one advantage Aster could have, but then again, you are playing against an Ench with creeps. Oh, but the jump onto Amar. There's the Chronosphere, but that is a dead Wyvern to start us out. It is a decent Chronosphere onto 2. The Nimbus doing a lot of damage, but you can see Amar buying back into the game. The Faceless Void, Ori, oh my god, he gets the Chronosphere off just at the last moment, and Monet, he'll find one. Trying to focus now onto Seb. That's going to be essentially a dieback for him. Blade Fury coming in from Yuragi, but now kind of trying to retreat as BZM, very low on mana himself. And OG outnumbered. XXS, he gets off his primal split again thanks to the refresher now. The damage onto Yuragi. And the sheep coming out from Amar to try to focus down this Faceless Void instead, but it looks like Yuragi might be falling. He does die, 3 dead in favor of Aster, but it's going to be a trade for the Nyx Assassin. Amar, he's going to be spotted. He just bought back a dieback for the Razor now. So Aster, a 3 versus 1, could go for the Roche, or they could try to go for these buildings, knowing that so many... There's that thing bugged on the top, I'm not sure. Either way, the tier 4 tower is dead. There's only 2 members of OG are in the area. Ori has to pop his BKB just to survive through. BZM, Taiga, he actually pops his BKB, but he's trying to slow this down as much as possible. As you can see, Ori getting completely focused down, and he's dead to BZM's right click. But the complete target here from Aster is the buildings.
He's trying to kill these
Tier 4 towers are dead, and now they go for the throne. BZM living on a sliver of HP. Finally, the Primal Split comes out. The GGs come out. Aster secure themselves top 3. OG eliminated from the Arlington Major. What a game.